Do you ever look at your cat and wonder if they actually like the way you show them affection? We treat them like small, furry humans, but the truth is, cats live by a completely different set of social rules. Most of the things we do out of love, the long hugs, the belly rubs, even the way we look at them, can actually be experiences they secretly hate. Because cats are masters of hiding their discomfort, they often suffer in silence, and we miss the subtle signs that we're accidentally breaking their trust. Today, we're going to explore 7 things humans do that cats secretly hate, and how small changes in your behavior can transform your relationship from one of tolerance to one of deep mutual respect. 1. The Staredown. Why eye contact feels like a threat. Most of us look into our cat's eyes because we find them beautiful and want to share a moment of connection. However, in cat language, direct, prolonged eye contact is a challenge. In the wild, a steady stare is what happens right before a fight. When you lock eyes with your cat without blinking, their brain doesn't register love, it registers a threat. A study published in the journal Animal Cognition found that cats actively avoid people who stare at them directly, but they are significantly more likely to approach those who slowly blink and then look away. This slow blink is often called a cat kiss because it signals that you are choosing to be vulnerable and that you aren't a threat. If you want your cat to feel safe, stop the stare down and start practicing the art of the slow, deliberate blink. 2. The scoop, picking them up without warning. It's incredibly tempting to scoop up your cat just because they look cute, but to a cat, being lifted off the ground can trigger a deep-seated survival instinct. In the wild, the only time a cat's paws leave the ground is when a predator has caught them. When you pick them up without warning, you are taking away their sense of control. Research in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior has shown that cats who are frequently picked up have higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, compared to cats who are allowed to initiate contact. This is even worse when you pick them up while they are sleeping. Cats sleep 12 to 16 hours a day to regulate their nervous systems, and interrupting that deep sleep makes them feel defenseless. If you do this enough, your cat might start sleeping in hard-to-reach places, like the top of a fridge, just to protect their peace from you. 3. The belly trap, petting the wrong spots. We've all seen it. Your cat flops over, shows you their soft belly, and the moment you touch it, they scratch or bite. Most owners think the cat is being moody or manipulative, but the truth is the belly is not an invitation. Showing the belly is the ultimate sign of trust because it exposes their vital organs, but when you reach in for a rub, you are betraying that trust. Cats have a neurological threshold for physical touch. Their skin is loaded with nerve endings that can go from pleasant to overstimulated in seconds. This is called petting-induced overstimulation. Instead of long strokes down the back or belly rubs, stick to the scent gland zones, the cheeks, the base of the ears, and under the chin. Touching these areas releases pheromones that tell your cat's brain, this person is home. 4. The dry food trap, chronic dehydration. This is something most owners do out of convenience, but it's something your cat's biology secretly hates. Cats are desert animals by ancestry, meaning they evolved to get almost all of their moisture from the prey they eat. Because of this, they have a very low natural thirst drive. When you feed an exclusively dry kibble diet, which is only about 10% moisture, your cat lives in a state of chronic, low-level dehydration. Over time, this puts immense pressure on their kidneys and urinary tract, which is one of the leading causes of death in older cats. They won't complain about it, but their bodies are struggling. Simply mixing in wet food or adding a water fountain to provide moving water can significantly lower their stress and improve their long-term health. 5. Using your hands as toys. It might be funny to wiggle your fingers and watch your kitten pounce, but you are effectively training your cat to hunt you. When you use your hands as toys, you are teaching your cat that human skin is a target. As they grow into adults, this game becomes painful. When they bite, and you naturally pull your hand away fast, it looks like fleeing prey, which only makes their hunting instinct kick in harder. A study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that cats engaged in hand play as kittens were significantly more likely to show persistent biting and scratching behaviors toward people as adults. To avoid this, always keep a wand toy between your skin and their teeth, allowing them to complete their hunting cycle, stalk, chase, pounce, and catch without harming you. 6. The bathroom closet. Scary litter box placement. We often hide litter boxes in basements, laundry rooms, or dark corners because we don't want to see or smell them. But from your cat's perspective, you've put their bathroom in the most vulnerable and scary spot in the house. Cats are both predators and prey. When they are in the litter box, they are in a defenseless position. If a box is shoved in a corner with only one exit or placed next to a loud, unpredictable washing machine, your cat's survival brain goes on high alert. Research shows that litter box placement is one of the top factors in why cats start peeing outside the box. They aren't being bad, they are simply too scared to use the trap you've set for them. The ideal setup is a quiet, open area with at least 2 ways to escape. 7. The silent prison, loneliness and boredom. There is a common myth that cats are independent and don't care if you're gone. This is one of the biggest lies in pet culture. A 2020 study in Current Biology found that cats form secure attachment bonds with their owners, similar to the bonds human infants form with their parents. When you leave them alone for 10 or 12 hours a day in a silent, empty house with nothing to do, they don't just relax. Their brains, which are wired for stimulation and the hunt, begin to starve. This leads to anxiety, overgrooming, and depression-like symptoms. A bored cat is a stressed cat. To fix this, you don't need to be home 24/7, but you do need to make their environment alive. Rotate their toys, provide vertical space like window perches so they can watch the world, and most importantly, give them at least 15 minutes of dedicated, focused interaction when you get home. The path to a better bond. Cats don't ask for much, but they do ask for respect and autonomy. When you stop treating them like a clumsy big cat and start respecting their unique biological needs, everything